Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mercedes from Courage My Love, and I'm hanging out with Rob on Punkvideosrock.
After 3 years, I'm finally reunited with Mercedes from Courage My Love. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been that long. I'm kind of mad that it's been that long.
I know, and I take full responsibility because we've been to California like a few times since then, but not nearly as much as I wanted to.
Not close enough.
Not close enough.
How's everything going? The last time we talked, you were working on an EP. Now we're on album number 2.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoy the album.
No, thank you, man.
But I have to say, it seems like a heartbreak.
Yeah.
Is that what the album is all about?
Dude, like, if I could only tell you everything, man.
If the walls could speak.
Oh my God. So you actually have listened to the album.
Why would I lie to you? How did we meet? Do you remember that?
We met, didn't we meet here?
Yeah, but why?
I don't know, to do press?
Yeah, but I had heard you guys, and I
yeah.
was like, guys, we have to set something up.
Yes.
And then what did we do? We did an acoustic session.
We did on the beach. I remember that, and that was amazing. That was super
And then
fun.
I still wanted more. I couldn't get enough of these guys.
That's how I feel too. It's always good. It's always nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the album was like all of us, all 3 of us just went through like really shitty times and like bad breakups, and it was, but I think it, you know, looking back, I'm actually stoked because it kind of was like the perfect storm to write a new record.
Right.
And I think it turned out, you know, better than if we would have all just been content and happy.
Right.
I'm like more creative when I'm sad most of the time. So.
Doesn't that suck though? Isn't that like unfortunate that we have to go to our deepest like emotions just to like get something amazing?
It's true. It's like a blessing and a curse sometimes. The way I like to look at it is it's like it kind of makes the bad times worthwhile if you can come up with something amazing out of it. You know what I mean?
So walk me into the process of this album. Since it's album number 2, when we first talked again, like we were barely talking about like creating these EPs. You're barely learning how to write and be in the studio and stuff like that. But now like you guys are pro.
Oh man, thank you so much. Like, it's like life. The more experience you have, the better you'll be able to know how to handle things.
Right.
And we're lucky in the sense that we've had a lot of experiences in the past 3 years that we didn't have since last time we talked.
Right.
And it's just kind of made us grow as artists and individuals and as a band in general, you know.
And the creative process, your writing, how has the writing evolved? How do you see it like evolving from the first EP?
Well, it's definitely changed a lot. I mean, especially this new record, it sounds very different from where we first started. But I think that's a good thing, you know, like with every record we want to grow a little bit and have a little bit of change and just be honest, be real with like the kind of band that we want to be and the kind of artist we want to be. So like the new stuff that we're writing now, we're writing more new stuff to hopefully put out soon. So thanks, man. I even don't know which direction we're going to go in with the new stuff. We're still just figuring it out, but we definitely want to try pushing outside of the box a little more.
Well, that's what some fans don't understand, this portion of like bands when they create new music. I appreciate it when bands evolve. They do something different, maybe a different sound, maybe they're testing the waters. Obviously it's a natural process. You guys are all growing, we're all growing, so we go through different experiences in life. So it's kind of cool that you're going through that. But does that make it harder when you go into the studio to create something that, like a new record with a new sound or just a new way of recording?
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge, but at the same time, I think it kind of happens naturally, like you said. Like, you know, think about everything that can happen in a year or even 3 months. Like, we've been on this tour for 3 months, and our lives have already changed so much just within those 3 months. So I think natural progression is sort of like inevitable at the end of the day. But also it's good to know what you want and like where you want to go and set those types of goals. So it's like half and half, maybe.
What about your sister, the drumming? How has that grown? How have you seen that? Because I'm looking at videos of your performances. I'm looking at videos of your music videos, and she's a beast on those drums.
Thank you. I'm gonna tell her you said that because
I'm actually mad she's not here right now.
I know. She'll be mad because I don't think she knew that you were gonna be here today. So man, she would have come for sure. But man, I'm so proud of her. She not only did she do like the drums on the record and everything like that, and she drums every day, and it blows my mind because I am not a drummer. I cannot figure that stuff out. But she also programmed everything, like all the synths, all the beats, everything on our record. And, you know, from here on out, she's the main programmer of everything that we do. So she kind of taught herself how to approach that and become a writer that way. And I'm just really proud of her for that. Yeah.
Now back to the record, going into the studio. Who did you guys work with as far as a producer goes?
So we worked with a couple producers on our new record. We worked with David Bendith, who was amazing. And I feel like...
First time?
Oh, my God. First time, but like... he had mixed some of our other stuff before, and we really loved his mixes. And I've always been a big fan of him as a producer, so it was really great to actually get to work with him in that capacity and learn. He has so much to teach, so it was awesome to learn that way. And we also worked with Chris Perry. He's our producer for our last 2 EPs. Okay. So I think it has kind of a cool sound because it's a lot of new, tricks and studio magic, and then a lot of the same old, stuff that you're used to from Courage My Love.
Right.
It's kind of both.
And when you're working with different producers for one record, are there challenges involved? If so, what were they?
You know what? Yeah, of course there are. Whenever you have a lot of cooks in the kitchen, I think the worry is that people are going to butt heads and not see eye to eye on things. But I think creative people work well together, and if you can just work off of each other, and like when someone passes you the ball, you catch the ball and pass it back, like it can be a really good thing. So I guess the only real setbacks of having multiple people work on a project is if they have 2 different visions for what they want the end result to be. But luckily, the people that we work with are always caring about what we want at the end of the day, and we all kind of figure it out together as a team. So it wasn't anything crazy,
What about the record? What was the most difficult song to get on that record? Maybe because you went too vulnerable, or you just couldn't find the right words to say, or maybe the recording process just wasn't the right way.
Man, like there's a song called The Year I
Come the tears.
Oh my God, that's why I was like, I'm gonna wear my sunglasses. Just crying all the time. There's a song called The Year I Disappeared that, man, I was like crying in the vocal booth. It took like 3 days to actually track the vocals for it. One, like you said, vulnerable and very, fresh. I wrote it really fresh after sort of a rough breakup and just a weird part of my life. Yeah. So actually singing it almost made it feel kind of real, and that's what made me start to cry a little bit. But also it was difficult, vocally, not just because of the lyrics, but also, we really tried to push what I can do in the studio. Right. And, it was a great learning process. I feel like I wish that a band could just tour their new record before they record it. It makes 0 sense. But I always feel like you learn how to perform those songs when you're on the road, and then I always feel like I could nail it in the studio even more.
You could just keep putting tours out there. Yeah, I mean, make sure you come to LA and then just test out the new songs.
Yeah, I feel that. I will, that should be like a thing for sure. Yeah. All you recording musicians, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, all you fans, just please keep begging them to come to LA more often, or just the States in general.
Seriously, yeah. Well, we'd love to. I mean, we're coming back again at the end of August, but I don't think we're coming to LA. I'm sorry.
I thought we were best friends here.
I know, man.
This is like,
I'm sorry, man.
This is not. Now I'm gonna write a record, and it's gonna be so emotional.
I did not mean for this to happen to you, but.
Are you coming close at least? Like, can I make a road trip out of this?
Yeah, I mean, West Coast-ish, like Seattle and Denver.
I love Seattle. I'm down for Seattle.
Semi-close, kind of, a little bit. Yeah, kind of close. I don't know. I'm Canadian. I barely know the U.S. geography. Like, I know it's on the west. That's where I know.
It's just closer to you.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I know, yeah.
Aside from that tour, what else is next after Warped Tour?
Well, we've got a tour with Simple Plan we're really excited for. That's going to be in Canada, though, so sorry, it's not coming to you. And we have some stuff happening in Europe and the UK that we're going to announce soon. And we're going to be back in the studio and writing and recording some more stuff. So it'll be pretty busy, but in a good way. Right.
Any labels? Are you guys independent? Are you guys with someone in Canada?
So we're signed to Warner Music, and they're kind of international. In the U.S., we're signed to In Vogue Records. They're like a sweet boutique record label. They actually have a tent here at Warp this year. And they're really cool, like, to be on a label like that. It's pretty neat. So
this is the second time on Warped Tour.
Yes.
How much better is it this time around?
Man, they were both great, but I got to say, I'm having a blast this year. Yeah. A blast.
Because you have an amazing record out.
Oh, my God. Thank you. Yeah. And I think also just my headspace is a little different than the last time we were on Warped. Like, Warped is just such a great opportunity, and not only just, as a musician and as an artist, but also to meet such interesting people and get to, kind of be one-on-one with your fans and make new friendships and stuff. So I'm really embracing that this year, and had a great summer for sure.
Well, I'm glad to finally reunite with you. Hopefully the next time is like maybe like a month or two, not
God, yeah.
like 3 years.
I won't keep you waiting.
Please don't. Please don't. And just thank you for starting out my Warped Tour day today, because that's the best way to start it. You guys be sure to check out Courage My Love. They have a new album out now. It's called
Synesthesia.
And they're amazing because
Because you say so.
I said so. That's it. Thanks for watching on Punk Videos Rock.